Perna, you're a senior training manager at Bing at Microsoft. What's your role exactly?
Yes, well, I have a wonderful role wherein I get to live and breathe and eat and sleep search all day. So, in my job, I get to come to wonderful events around the world, as well as go and visit some of our clients one on one and get to talk to them about how they can use search to grow their businesses.
I see you on so many different conferences. How do you manage this if you are present on dozens of conferences and at the same time you have to train your clients?
Oh, I think I just don't sleep. No, in all seriousness, I try to balance it out. So I try to do about 4 industry events a quarter. And then in the meantime, I go to the rest of the time and visit all our clients. So it's easier if I combine it. So I was just in Munich. And then while I spoke at SMX Munich, I also went and visited some of our key clients in Munich to go have one on ones with them. So I try to combine it to be where I am. That's where I'll go visit clients.
We develop software around paid search, and I'm, of course, seeing how Microsoft follows Google, and Google brings out new features, and it takes just a couple of weeks, and we see the same features in Bing. And I'm truly impressed with the pace Microsoft is replicating these features. So, how is Microsoft actually doing this?
Oh, I think the entire credit goes right down to our fantastic engineering teams. We have tireless, brilliant, super smart people all over the world. For example, I was just in India and I met our engineering team there. They're not just engineers, they have 2 degrees. They're MBAs and engineers. So they understand the business and they can build out all these amazing features. So we've been really lucky as Bing's grown even more and it's an integral part of Microsoft to receive additional resources and engineering teams to work on our products. So I think it's full credit to brilliant engineering and prioritization to go out and build these features as quickly as possible.
Can you say anything about the size of the development team?
Oh, I don't know the exact size of the teams, but I know we have them placed all over the world, and they're some of the smartest people I've ever been lucky enough to chat with.
I still remember times when we had to convert the Google format into the Microsoft format. Then someone from Microsoft loaded our campaigns into the Bing platform. At that point of time, it was still called Microsoft Ad Center.
Yeah.
Today, it's almost the same functionality. It's very similar. The format is quite similar. So Microsoft clearly aims for parity with the Google system. What's the strategy behind it? What's the rationale of the strategy?
So I get asked this question a lot, that why does Bing always seek parity with Google? And the reason is really to make our users' lives easier. If you had to come and advertise on multiple different platforms and had to recreate the same work over and over, it's not efficient. It's not a good use of your time. So if we want to encourage you to come and spend time with us on Bing, we want to make it as easy as possible for you. So if the barrier to entry is really low, then it'll be easier. Just port over your campaigns and then you can discover all the wonderful world of Bing ads and how profitable we can be for businesses of any type of size or industry.
So it makes a lot of sense. I mean, in Germany, we see that it's probably a 90% Google share, something like this. Microsoft is quite small, so many advertisers wouldn't go the extra mile and implement something entirely different for Microsoft. But as it's so easy right now, you just hit a button and you can run the same campaigns on Microsoft. So that's probably why you're doing this.
And we are 14% share in Germany now. We've grown in the last 2 years. We've almost doubled in size in Germany. So it's been really exciting to see.
We are quite active in the retail space, so e-commerce retail, and we see that Google Shopping is one of the main drivers in this market. Text ads remain somewhat stable, but shopping is really driving the growth of spend. What role does Bing Shopping play for Microsoft?
So certainly, and by the way, kudos to Crealytics. It's really good software. I've had lots of our clients use it and are very happy with it. Shopping, of course, is really important. Again, it's just what our users want to engage with. Images are very, very powerful conversion and engagement tools, as you know. So much research has been done that shows that humans are 80% more likely to engage with content that has relevant imagery to it. So it just makes sense that we are visual creatures and we want to engage with shopping ads because they show you exactly what you want to buy. So if I can look at it and sort through and choose what I want just by looking at little pictures rather than having to read through multiple blue links, it's going to be a much more engaging format for the user to want to use. So in that sense, we're answering that question by making sure we're building and scaling our shopping ads. And we have got such good feedback from our advertisers. They love it. They're like, we want more and more and more. And we're like, we're working on it. We're getting all these additional features and add-ons to the enhancements to our ads. So I think they're doing really well with shopping.
We see today that Microsoft is somewhat lagging behind Google in terms of share of spend between text ads and shopping ads. Google is currently roughly in the non-brand area at 70%. Microsoft is still much lower. Do you see the format going into the same direction?
We're working always to grow our products, and especially with shopping, we are still working to penetrate all the different markets yet. Shopping isn't like fully released in every country yet, so I believe Google is available in every country. That also explains why. We just came out in Canada, for example, very late in 2016. But we're putting a lot of energy and effort into building the product. We have been really encouraged by the success that our advertisers are seeing, and yeah, it's all full speed ahead with shopping.
How does Microsoft see the future of search?
So Microsoft has a really strong idea about the future of search, and to give them credit, we've been thinking about search quite differently for the past 2 years. We've realized that our behavior as consumers and searchers is changing. Like, Andreas, how often do you go to your computer, open up a browser, go to the search engine of your choice and type in your search? We don't do that as much anymore. We search from where we are. We search from our phone, we search from our smart speaker or our phone or whatever device. And Microsoft realized that to make it easier for the consumer, we have to bring search to them and not expect the searcher to come to us all the time. So we've been really forward thinking in that way. We've embedded Bing across all of the different businesses that Microsoft has to offer. So from Xbox to Skype to Office. These are already products that have billions and billions of users across the entire world. And now they've gotten more user-friendly with the addition of Bing search to them. We see the future of search characterized by really 3 adjectives. It's going to be personalized. You talk to technology as you would talk to a human almost, that, hey, computer, what's the best flight for me to take to New York? Or it's pervasive, it's everywhere that you expect search to be, and it's going to be more personalized. Search engines and our devices have so much more input about us and our preferences, so we can use that to be more effective marketers.
You just kind of mentioned it in between the lines, voice search. Do you believe that voice search will actually really change the market, or is it just another type of input, but the back-end systems would work in the very same way as before?
I think we are poised for really big shifts that are coming. And that's not to say voice will cannibalize anything else that exists. For example, mobile didn't kill desktop and apps didn't kill the browser. We just spend a lot of time in this new input. So I think voice has been growing already at such an exponential rate that adoption rates just over the past year have skyrocketed, and across all different age groups too. Like even older users have adopted voice very well. And because we're going to start using voice more and more in different devices, there are going to be different considerations. There's only so much information you can present through voice or speaking. So choices become fewer. So in that sense, we're going to think about what's the best way to reach the information to the user. As of right now, I don't know if advertising needs to change, but certainly voice search is going to get monetized in the next year or two, just from all the different companies that are racing to do that, from not just Microsoft, right? There's Facebook, there's Google, IBM, everyone's looking to monetize voice.
Are there any efforts in kind of predicting what people will want to do next? So instead of waiting until a search happens, an intelligent AI system could predict what people will want next and suggest results before you even ask.
Oh, absolutely. 90% of the world's data was created just in the last 2 years. So you can imagine how many data points there are. And AI capabilities are so robust now that they can take this data and use it. So for example, the personal assistant's job is to get to know us really well and serve us the best way possible. So to do that, it needs to get to know us and what we like and don't like. So for example, I'm vegetarian. I don't eat meat or fish. If I had to say, Cortana, Siri, whoever, can you give me a restaurant recommendation? They will not recommend me a steakhouse or a seafood restaurant because they know I don't eat it. So in that sense, it's going to curate what we as consumers are going to see.
All right. Thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for the interview.
Oh, thank you for having me. Vielen Dank.
Ja, danke schön.